Hi, and welcome back to the fifth section of the Leicestershire Round. Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, we didn't finish the last one last time because it was way too hot, so we cut it short, only by about 3 miles. So we're starting from Humble Lane, which is the other side of Thrussington. We're going to be heading through Ratcliffe on the Wreake, going past Ratcliffe College, and heading over to eventually Hoby, and leaving the Leicestershire Round and heading back. Should be around about a 9-mile walk, but you know what mile walks are like. I say nine miles, and like Wayne completely knows, ends up being about 20. So let's get going. When you leave Humble Lane, you turn left up Ratcliffe Lane or Ratcliffe Road, and you'll come to the Leicestershire Round. It's signposted. In fact, this part of the Leicestershire Round is very well signposted. And we're going to head down here. It says private property, no parking, no access to Ratcliffe College. So we're heading just down here. So we walk past this lovely farm. It's got some fantastic guttering. This is Elm Farm. And a little bit further down here, we turn right. Oh, this is Ratcliffe College. Looks quite grand. Don't know whether you can actually get down there. But there's an exit there. I thought we were coming to a chapel. In fact, there's the chapel just there. So I think this is a chapel. I could always correct it. But that's a lovely window there. I think there's a window like that on a chapel just down London Road near Victoria Park. Ratcliffe College was founded in 1847 as a Catholic boarding school, and its magnificent Gothic buildings were designed by the renowned architect Augustus Welby Pugin. One of the most famous former pupils was Patrick McGowan, the actor and creator of the cult television series Prisoner, who attended school here during the Second World War. Once you walk past Ratcliffe College, you come to a sign that says no public right of way. Follow signage footpath. Follow signed footpath. It's very easy to see because that's the sign you come across. So the Leicestershire Round takes you this way. It's been, like I say, it's been about 3 years since I've done this, but I honestly don't remember any of this unless they rerouted it. Wayne spotted it, just followed the way out. Once you leave Ratcliffe College, go through this nice little wooded area. The last time we came through here, it wasn't so overgrown. And actually contemplating camping around here somewhere, but just down here is the A46. Yeah, no, I think you can walk down that way. Oh, yeah. So this is a little bit dodgy. Got to bear in mind, around here they're going to be doing at least 70, so make sure it's nice and clear. But you cross over, and it looks worse than it actually is. But you just cross over, and you've got the crash barrier splits, and the sign for the other way is around here somewhere, just up there. So it made complete sense to actually have the crash barrier split going the other way up. So now we're going to cross over. I think it's nice and clear. I'll wait for this car to go by. The A46 follows the line of the Roman Fosse Way. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Roman soldiers, traders and travellers passed this very route. But archaeologists have discovered a Roman roadside settlement nearby, showing this was once a busy stopping place. And you've got the Leicestershire Round carries on up there. As you can see, this is a well-kept path, and this is why we never wear shorts. A little squeeze through here. Thank you. And now I'm assuming they're straight over there. As you can see, this part of the Leicestershire Round like I've mentioned a few times before, it's dead easy to follow. It's when you get over towards Summerby and out that part of the country and Langton and all that lot, it gets a little bit harder, but that's all over there. And I think just over there is Hilton on the Hill. I know you can't see, but if I point there, that's the Hilton on the Hill over there, is it? Then once you've been across all the fields and everything like that, you come across this old farm track and we're turning right down here, so you're going down the hill. A little rabbit down there, just missed it. And we head down here. It was a bit fresh this morning, but beginning to warm up now. Not like on my first video, the one that I did from Newtown Linford to Woodhouse Eaves. When I got to the pub, my t-shirt was absolutely soaked, and that's not because of the rain. Then it's left on this road and walk down here, not that long. Sorry, then walk down here, not that far. And we should see another sign saying the Leicestershire Round. So we're turning right here near Rearsby Mill. Private property, please keep to the footpath and please keep dogs on lead, at least the polite. So Rearsby is 3/4 of a mile. So I think we're now coming up to Rearsby Mill, which is down there. And again, it's got private property there. I don't know if you're going to actually see anything of the mill round here. But I remember doing this, like I keep saying, a few years ago, and you're literally going through their garden. But as you can see, what a wonderful area. There's an old mill wheel just over there. But absolutely gorgeous around here. What a place to live. Your own private lake. Would it be called a lake or pond? So here's one of the millstones. And another millstone. I don't actually know whether this is the old mill house or whether it's a house and the original mill house has been knocked down. But for the little copper, you never know. This might be something to do with it. But you're literally going around the back of their garden. So that looks like an old fire station.
It is, doesn't it? Obviously, stables, carriages and coach houses.
How amazing. And then we're turning right here, which is also the Melton Navigation. Wow, what a wonderful place. So this river powered the mill. So when this was an operational mill, this river turned the wheel, I assume. But there's no sign of the wheel anymore. Looks a bit overgrown along here, but once we've gone past Rearsby Mill, disused, follow this path now, and I think our next port of call is going to be Rearsby. So Wayne's asked me to go first, and somehow he knows how to pick these because I'm getting covered in cobwebs, and it's just down here. So we're now coming to the level crossing. Oh, we've got traffic lights here so we can see whether it's safe to cross or not. And I don't think we're going to see any trains today because it's about, I don't know, I'm going to say it's about 7:30 in the morning. So we're not going to see any trains at 7:30 on a Sunday morning. I think the chance of a train coming along here this time of day is going to be very slim. We've got to come back this way. So you never know. Later on it might be one. Then after you've gone over the train line, walk down the path, you'll come to like a little alleyway sort of thing. And we'll head down here and this should take us into Rearsby. I think it's a little bit of a wiggle down here. But there's signs everywhere saying the Leicestershire Round, so it's not hard to follow on this section. So as you came into Rearsby, we're on Mill Lane and walking down to Brookside. I'm looking for the old Packhorse Bridge. We've got a nice wall just there. I wonder if there's going to be a benchmark on that wall. Rearsby is a peaceful village with roots stretching back to the Viking time. Its name meaning Raya Village. At its heart, you'll find the beautiful 7-arch Packhorse Bridge built in 1714, along with timber-framed houses dating back to the early 16th century. It's a village where centuries of Leicestershire history are still easy to see. This beautiful 7-arch Packhorse Bridge was built in 1714 and has been carrying people across the brook for more than 300 years. Before modern roads, packhorses loaded with wool, grain and other goods would have crossed here, making it an important link between the village of the Wreake Valley. This is a signal crayfish, an invasive species from North America. They're tough competitors and can damage our rivers and native wildlife. When you leave the Packhorse Bridge, you go past some lovely cottages. Dovecote House, don't know what this one's called, but these are probably about 100, 150 years old. But we're now coming to the church at Rearsby, and obviously we'll do all the usual stuff. It looks like these lights were put in by the Victorians. The Victorians used to love paying back their churches, sort of renovating them. But you can almost, I can say you can almost guarantee this one's going to be locked. There's got a great big padlock on it. All that leaves is to look for the benchmark and have a little look around the graveyard. So you've got round here, there's the old part. And just over there, there's the modern part. But you can guarantee the benchmark's going to be behind the aircon unit. Don't know how many times I've mentioned this, but usually the benchmark is next to the bench. And there it is. Alan, John, and another John Hollingworth. They obviously had some money here. Standing in the heart of Rearsby, St Michael of All Saints Church, a building with almost 1,000 years of history. The church we see today grew between the 13th and 15th century, with medieval arches, a 700-year-old font and ancient bells that have witnessed centuries of village life. It's quite a reminder of Rearsby's medieval past. We're going to hang about for the next 2 minutes to see whether the church bells will be going. After we've looked down the church, we pick up this path, which goes around the side of the church. I think we're both too old to climb over this wall. It's only about 3 foot. So it's just going round. Luckily, I keep looking at my map. We almost missed it. But we've got an alley just down here. It's signposted the Leicestershire Round, Hoby. So that's how far we've got to go, 2¼ miles. So follow the path up here. So we've done 3½ miles and we've got 2¼ to go, then we'll head back. This looks like there used to be a ridge and furrow round here. As you can see, we've now got oak trees planted here, but we've also got the old ridge and furrow with a modern path going through. That looks like the old stable block just there. Probably stables and the manor house in the middle. Oh God, look at that. That looks rather grand. So we're now on Station Road, and I think we cross over and the Leicestershire Round. I'm not too sure. I think the Leicestershire Round takes us through a field, but I think we have to go a different way because all the cows had to come and say hello. But I think that probably used to be the old station just up there. So once you've gone along Station Road for a bit, you'll see Wreake Drive. You turn right down there. Like I keep saying, very well signposted round here. You'll see the signpost here, clearly defined on the lamp poster. Just up there. So just heading down here now. Wayne spotted this one, almost walked by it. So once you've gone down Wreake Drive, turn left down here. Probably takes you across the same field with all the cows. But let's see if they come up and say hello. I'm not too sure if this is the same train line we crossed earlier. I could easily look at the map, probably find out we crossed over just down there. But when you go cross over a train line, always look left, right, and left.
You'll hear it.
Yep. Back down the other side. It's that time again. Got the corn. I wonder if there's any kids playing in here. Oh, I can see somebody up there. Then once you've gone past the field of corn, we head down here. It's signposted the Leicestershire Round. It looks like this isn't as well maintained as further along. And like Henry's always worried about, and I think he worries too much, is ticks in this long grass. But there's always a possibility of ticks. And there's the other sign just up there. I'm not too sure whether this is the site of the old mill round here. We're in Warren Woods at the moment. And I think, I'm not too sure, but there's a mill round here or something like that. Probably won't see anything. But that looks like the subsidiary for the mill just down there. But let's have a little look round here. So this bridge looks like it was built on a medieval bridge. Just over there is Bleak Moor. You'd have thought that would be somewhere like in the Peak District. So you've got Bleak Moor, Warren Wood. In fact, there's some more of the old building around here somewhere. So we're now just coming across the old lock and canal round here. which, as you can see, hasn't been used for many a year. And just over there is Thrussington Mill. So to think, the canal used to run along here. And we're heading down this way. Well, that's an attempt. The Leicestershire Round, 105.5 miles, non-stop attempt, June the 12th to the 13th, 2021. Took 36 hours and 44 minutes by Carl Donahue and James Bentley in aid of two charities, Calm and Mind. So here's Thrussington Mill, and that's where the old water wheel used to be. Suppose they'd close that sluice gate, let the water pressure build up here, start the wheel, and it'll probably take, I don't know how long for the water to leave out of here. Going through somebody's garden again. But when you're going past Thrussington Mill, you've got Leicestershire Round, you turn right down here. We're not far from Hoby now. And the sun's coming out, just getting warm. There's plenty of kissing gates to go through along here. Oh, Wayne said he's not kissing me. There you go. And straight down here. Keeping you're going to see Hoby very shortly. You can see something in the distance that we think is the church. It's anything we can actually see around here. This would be a great place to go wild camping if we were going to do it. Getting a bit confused around here because it looks like an obvious bridge and a sign over there, but my map says we go this way. So it's just following the edge of the field, which is correct, and just follow this hedge. And then when you're at the top here, we cross over some road, some nurseries, and then we're in Hoby. Well, there's a lack of Leicestershire Round signs back there. I had to follow my map and check my paper map, but there's a sign just there. So following this path now, getting closer to Hoby. We just walked past Lodge Farm. We're crossing over this old farm track. Don't know actually where we are, but I'm sure I could stand in the middle here and film it. But as you can see, got the Leicestershire Round to Hoby. Hasn't even got the mileage on there now. It's got to Rearsby, hasn't even got that on there. So it's just going through here. Well, it looks like we're coming into Hoby by the looks of it. After wandering around this field for a bit, trying to get back under the path, there's the exit just over there. As usual, there's an electric fence all the way around. We had the sheep come and say hello, but we could have kept to the original route. They're just going to leave that way. Then we're following the path around here, like many of these paths. Considering this is like a major, like the Leicestershire Round, not very well maintained. But I suppose I can't maintain all of this, but on some of these walks, they actually have people, a volunteer group that look after their own section. All you need is like a little trimmer to come down here, a little strimmer. So we're almost at Hoby. Hoby is 1/4 mile, which is just up this way. So there's the sign for Hoby. And by the time we get to Hoby, we should have done about 6 miles. And the worst thing is, we're going to head back. Hoby is a small village with a history stretching back over 1,000 years, even appearing in the Domesday Book of 1086. Set beside the River Wreake, it has long been a farming community. At its heart stands the beautiful medieval church of All Saints, a reminder of the generations who have lived and worked and worshipped here. We just worked out that we've actually been to All Saints Church in Hoby. I think just up here, there is the cross, Hoby. And just up here is the old medieval cross, because this is when we did the one from Rearsby and the Wreake, and got the old weather vane up there. And so Wayne got his gold credit card out, put it in there. That's handy. We've been to this church before on one of the trig walks, beginning to recognise it all. We've got some nice stained glass windows and a little chapel. Some nice artwork. I suppose those are the 12 apostles. Like I said, I'm not that religious. And a nice stained glass window. Oh. And again, the benchmark on All Saints Church in Hoby. What a wonderful village Hoby is. Oh, now at Hoby, this is where we actually leave. Got to make sure I don't get knocked over. Now at Hoby, this is where we leave the Leicestershire Round. The Leicestershire Round turns right down here, as you can see the sign, just next to the church. So next week, we'll be heading down there, but we're now going to be heading back. So while we've still got the church here, plenty of places to park, ready for the next walk. We're now heading here. So today we have done 6.5 miles on the Leicestershire Round. So I think that's going to be roughly about 25 miles in total on the Leicestershire Round. So we're now going to head over towards Thrussington. When we're back at Hoby, meant to cut across the field, but obviously, like, you know what my map reading's like. But it's actually not a map reading error. Supposed to have gone across the fields and got down to the river and walked along the River Wreake. But unfortunately, we missed that. But there's a footpath further down here that we might get onto, but that might add on a bit more mileage. And we've already done about 7.5 miles, so I might stick to this. I'm not too sure whether I actually mentioned, but I got my inspiration for doing this walk by using the Leicestershire Round book. It's actually a really good guide. It's got all the description in there, it's got maps in there, it's got places of interest in there to visit as you're going around the route. But obviously, because I'm doing it in a circular route, there's going to be a few more places that I've got to see. So after walking on Thrussington Road for a little while, we're going to go down this footpath, and this will take us to the back end of Thrussington, and we'll be able to get to the church just there. I was in 2 minds about going this way. So we came off Thrussington Road now, and just walking down this dirt track. This will take us to the path that it's supposed to have taken. It's going to be a lot quicker this way than the original walk, but we're clocking at the old miles anyhow, and don't really want to do more than 10 miles on a walk, and we've already done 7.63 miles, so we're going to hit the 10-mile marker. So now picked up the Leicestershire Round again, heading back, so we're going through Warner Woods. And this will take us to the back end of Thrussington. We're now coming to Thrussington. Don't think I've ever been to Thrussington either. But it looks like there's a bridge over there, but there's got to be a church around here somewhere. This might be the church in front of us. Actually, yeah. There's the church, having some repair work done to it. So we're now coming to Thrussington. Another quaint village. Thrussington is a picturesque Leicestershire village with a history dating back to the Saxon times. It was recorded in the Domesday Book of 1086. At its heart stands a beautiful church of St Andrews, whose medieval tower has watched over the village for centuries. Surrounded by a rolling countryside, Thrussington is a place where history and wildlife have remained closely connected through the ages. So we're now going to be heading down Church Lane, the footpath to Church Lane. This will take us to the church. I don't think we're going to be getting into here today. That's well padlocked up. They're doing some work there, but we're not going to get into there. That one's locked. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to have a look at the church today. Can't even get anywhere near it. Church Lane takes me through the heart of Thrussington with its old cottages and quiet village character. It's a sort of lane where you can still get a feel of what this village might have looked like generations ago. And here in the village green is a star inn dating back to 1744, still welcoming people passing through nearly 3 centuries later. Here's a war memorial. It's pretty cool. Oh, it looks like it got broken up there. We're almost 8.5 miles into this walk, and we came across this pub, and it'd be a bit rude not to have a cheeky little pint of cider. I've got a pint of Hawkstones, but I just noticed that they also do Aspels. But there's a lovely little beer garden. And there's Wayne drinking a 50-50 vodka and Coke. And I know we're not finished yet, but you can't beat a nice pint of Hawkstone cider. That is nice. So that's the Star Inn that we stopped for a cheeky little pint. Got a cottage back there dated to 1723. So when we leave Thrussington, we're picking up the Ratcliffe Road again. And this will take us back to Ratcliffe. Obviously, you've got modern houses there. And the old houses that side. If you're feeling a little bit peckish, got some apples along here. Wayne's going to pick a windfall up. He's not going to eat it, is he? No. But if you're peckish, you can get those. So now Wayne's off swearing I can do this. So as you can see, we're back on the Leicestershire Round again round here. So that takes you to Rearsby, but we're going to be following down that way. We're now leaving Ratcliffe Road and we're turning right down. Not too sure which one, but it's not going to be that one. So turning right. In fact, there it is, the Leicestershire Round. So basically done the Leicestershire Round twice today. So we're going towards Spinney Farm, just up here. Going to be crossing over the fields shortly. Well, you don't realise how easy this path is to follow. We're doing the reverse loop on this now. But as you can see, straight up ahead, nice and easy to see. And it's getting quite warm now. Wayne keeps whittling in front of the pint. As you can see, it's a lot busier than it was when you came down here earlier. Got the traffic flying down here. It's going to be very hard to cross over, but all we're going to do now is cross over the central reservation, and then we're not going to be far from the Ratcliffe College. So we've done around about 10.5 miles, and I think by the time we get back, we should have just clocked about 11 miles. This is where we leave the Leicestershire Round on a return journey. Last time we left the Leicestershire Round there, but we're now coming back down on Ratcliffe Road, and we're parked just down here on Humble Lane. Well, that's the 5th section of the Leicestershire Round done. We walked from Humble Lane, picking up Ratcliffe College and heading all the way through Rearsby, over to Hoby, left the Leicestershire Round, headed back through Thrussington and Rearsby, basically follow the Leicestershire Round back to Ratcliffe College and back down to Humble Lane. We've done a total of 11.29 miles, about 6 of those were on the Leicestershire Round. So now I think we've done about 25 miles. Only 75 miles left from the Leicestershire Round, but obviously with a trip out, trip back, it's going to obviously double it. So if you enjoyed this video and like to watch more of my adventures on the Leicestershire Round, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, goodbye.